In this video we are going to talk about 3 urban legends in Louisiana, New York, and Colorado. Let's get started. Number 3. Denver, Colorado. The Denver Airport portal to hell. In 1995, Denver International Airport cost $4.8 billion, with a B. It has earned the reputation of being the air travel equivalent of a bloodstained precious moments figure. Denver's airport is a unique nightmare vision, from the ghastly murals to the stories of secret subterranean dungeons far underneath it. From lizard people to Freemasonry, the airport has inspired intricate conspiracy tales. The airport even perpetuates these stories. For example, there are talking gargoyles, infographics about refurbishing the lizard people's cave, and an Illuminati shake at the airport's Little Man ice cream, vanilla ice cream, absinthe, and maraschino liqueur. But in this pandemonium, one horse shape stands out above the rest: Blucifer. In a Hieronymus Bosch picture, Blucifer stands 32 feet tall, weighs 4.5 tons, and is a blue Mustang statue with burning coal-red eyes. This cobalt monstrosity greets passengers as they approach Denver, and it perfectly captures the tone. Blucifer's original name is technically Blue Mustang, a name that has never been used by anyone, even the artist who created and named it. Luis Jimenez, the sculptor and artist of Blucifer, tragically died in 2006 when a massive chunk of the artwork fell and crushed his leg, severing an artery. The homicidal statue was finished by Jimenez's sons, and Blucifer was ultimately put outside the airport in 2008. It greets passengers with an apocalyptic vision of being stomped to death by the scariest stallion in Hell Stable. Locals quickly dubbed it Blucifer, and they were all correct. The commissioning of Blucifer was meant to honor America's westward desire, free-roaming spirit, and strange fascination with horses. And when one thinks of Denver, one thinks of its elevation as the mile-high city, John Denver, and our tough pioneer predecessors. Jimenez was inspired by a narrative from southern Colorado's San Luis Valley about a fabled blue Mustang who was great at locating food and grass and could run so fast it could almost fly. In honor of Jimenez's father, who operated a neon sign studio, the eyes that glow in the night and follow you as you fly in and out of Denver are fire engine red neon. Number 2. New York City, New York. Time traveler Rudolph Fentz. For many years, the story of Rudolph Fentz was regarded a mystery, and a possible time travel case. According to the urban legend, in June of 1950, a man emerged out of nowhere in Times Square, New York. He wore old-fashioned clothes and had mutton chop sideburns that were decades out of style. Astonishment, followed by panic, raced across his face as he looked around. He started sprinting ahead and was hit by a car and died. When the cops searched the man, they found 19th-century money and business cards identifying him as Rudolph Fentz. They couldn't find any records of a Rudolph Fentz Jr. until they met his old widow. The widow told them her husband's father-in-law, Rudolph Fentz Sr., had vanished in 1876. Interestingly, her father and address laws matched the mysterious stranger's business cards. So, the cops had an enigma. Rudolph Fentz vanished in 1876, but reappeared in 1950. Had he slipped into a time hole and been swept forward 74 years? Do you believe it? Number 1. New Orleans, Louisiana. Vampire Jacques Saint Germain. The nightlife, charm, culture, and history of New Orleans are what make it so unique. It is a one-of-a-kind city in the United States of America. It is, however, one of the most haunted cities in the United States. It's been linked to ghosts, vampires, and spirits for centuries. The city has always been obedient to the supernatural activity that surrounds it. Jacques Saint Germain is the most enigmatic of all the ghosts and vampires who have roamed the streets of New Orleans. In the history of New Orleans, Jacques Saint Germain is a divisive figure. He was a descendant of Comte de Saint-Germain, and it's unclear when he was born because historical records show a similar individual in the 1600s, 1700s, and even during Christ's time. Comte was a successful alchemist who pursued immortality through his research. He traversed Europe in the 1700s and was reputed to be fluent in 6 languages. His unparalleled powers and understanding have him constantly awestruck by Europe's top investigators. He was known as a man who lived forever. Despite the fact that he had died, he was said to have been seen all over Europe. In 1902, Jacques Saint Germain arrived in New Orleans from France and hosted a lavish dinner for the city's aristocracy. He prepared a delectable meal for them but refused to eat any of it. He continued to consume the red drink that was passed off as wine. He resurfaced when he grabbed a woman from a nearby tavern, and his vampire inclinations forced him to grip the woman at an incredible speed while biting her neck violently to consume blood. The woman was saved by chance when a friend began pounding on the door, distracting Jacques long enough for the woman to flee. When police returned to the same room, they discovered blood marks all over the place but no trace of the vampire. A mystery individual known as Jacques is still on the loose, according to various reports. Do you have an urban legend to share? Please let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to hear more, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.